In the palace, there are victories that announce themselves with drums, and there are victories so quiet they leave others trembling in silence. In this story we're about to present right here, there will be no press release, no public celebration, and no explanations we are giving. Just one name, one invitation, and a message that power understands instantly. Tonight on Awake Africa TV, while doors quietly close for some, another door opens softly but widely for Queen Naomi, and the shockwaves are rippling through the palace. Palace power does not always reveal itself in confrontation. Sometimes it reveals itself in selection. According to Palace Insider Whispers, a private closed-door Christmas event was scheduled, at the villa, an intimate gathering hosted by Nigeria's First Lady, our mother, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. There was no announcement, no publicity, no long list. Just one nomination from the palace. Don't forget that the great lion himself had visited the First Lady and the Father of the Nation on Christmas Day. Okay? He was hosted by the First Lady and the Father of the Nation, and it was, a quiet event, family event, sort of. Within that same period, we were told that the First Lady also hosted the former president of the nation, Olusegun Obasanjo. But that is not even the one I'm talking about now. They said there was a closed-door special Christmas treat that took place thereafter. So it is this one that happened after that one that we are reporting about. So it is reported by Palace Insider that this was the event that the great lion had nominated the Queen Naomi for. That is the jewel. Okay, so Queen Naomi, was nominated by the Great Lion for this special event. And in this special exclusive event, hosted by the First Lady, we had other big shot, big women, available. According to Palace Insiders, some other people that were available were some heads of the first ladies of other African countries. And there was also the wife of the vice president also right there. So they said Queen Naomi was nominated for this special event, Christmas event, hosted by the First Lady. Sources say the Great Lion personally selected her for the event, not out of protocol, not out of obligation, but because, as insiders quietly put it, that is where his heart is. Yes, you heard me well. What makes this invitation even more striking is another whisper that refuses to go away. The First Lady herself reportedly requested Queen Naomi specifically. Wow, did you hear that? Did you hear that? A preference, a recognition, a silent endorsement right there. This invitation came at a symbolic time during the Yuletide season, during the Christmas festive season, and not long after the First Lady was conferred with the revered chieftain title Yeye Asiwaju Gbogbo Ile Odua during the 10th coronation anniversary celebrations. I hope you recall that event because yours sincerely also did a story on that. In Palace language, timing is never accidental. I tell you, timing in Palace language is never accidental. According to insiders, Queen Naomi left for that event after the Great Lion had finished spending quality Christmas Eve time with her and Tadenika. Don't forget, I think we did that story in one of our videos. Don't forget this Christmas Eve, was spent with Tadenika and the jewel. She reportedly departed immediately after the Great Lion, who himself was hosted earlier by the First Lady on that Christmas Day. It was now the turn of the jewel, who now followed suit quietly, gracefully, without fanfare. No noise, no announcement, just movement. And when the news filtered back into the palace walls, the atmosphere shifted. Of course, you know, when the other wives hear that it was Queen Naomi, that went, to represent the palace for that special inner event, special event, exclusive event for hosted by the first lady. Of course, the other wives will not be happy with that. And I'm not disappointed that it turned out to be so. Jealousy crept in, as is being reported. Envy followed, as usual. And murmurs began to grow. Palace insiders say several wives were heard questioning, why is it always Queen Naomi for the choicest moments? Imagine this question. Look at the audacity. The great lion himself, cannot be questioned when it comes to who he decides to choose, for an event. Okay? That is his prerogative, as far as I'm concerned. That is his exclusive right to choose. You cannot tell him, it comes at his own whims and caprices as far as I'm concerned. You cannot stampede him, to choosing anybody that doesn't come from his heart and soul. In this case, he has decided to choose, where his heart is, because why the private invitation? They ask. Why the elite access? They ask. Why the consistency? They ask. For Ebony, of course, Ebony will always have something to say. For Ebony, the impact was deeper. It has to be deeper because she's already in a situation right there. Insider described her reaction as crestfallen, not loud, not dramatic, just deeply wounded. I tell you, if this woman not come out hand for Queen Naomi matter, not be only wound she go wound though, because I don't know. This obsession is becoming something else. With the situation already that she's already facing, you will have expected that she not go to send for this matter. Okay? But here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Sorry about that. It's my second phone that was ringing. So sorry. I think I will have to put it off. Okay. So just hold on. I'm trying to put it off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. So for Ebony, the impact was deeper. Like I said, very, very deep one. Insiders describe her reaction as crestfallen, like I said, because Queen Naomi's life, her access, her calm, her acceptance is everything Ebony reportedly desires but cannot attain. You see, the way Queen Naomi there, just the way she carry herself, the way she comports herself, how amiable she has grown, her peace loving, everything about Queen Naomi is exactly what Ebony desires, but exactly what she can never, never attain in her life. Okay, and that is where the pain even lies. And this is where Palace irony shows its cruel face, I tell you. Just a day earlier, Ebony had been seen smiling and dancing at an event, giving the appearance, of strength and happiness. I always tell you guys, when you see some of these people will report right here, maybe as we are reporting it, you see them dancing and smiling out there. You begin to wonder, not be this place they say the beats, or not be this place they say they cry. See, we've always told you we've always referred you to royal duties. Some of these royal duties have been assigned maybe several months back, okay? And once those duties have been assigned to a particular Olori, they are duty bound to carry it out, regardless of what must have transpired a few days before that event itself. Okay, because I've said this on multiple occasions. Then sometimes some of these stories we give you here, it doesn't mean they are happening the very day you see them on the screen. Okay, so that is one area I think we need to really look at very well, because a lot of you will come and ask questions that connotes that as you are watching this video right now, it's talking about this person right now, So it doesn't always turn out that way, okay? So you could see them smiling this minute, and the next minute there's a report that they are sad, they are this. Don't take it too personal. a lot of things are involved, and we'll try to explain some of these intricacies to you, once in a while. But while some understand this, a lot may never understand. Okay, but let's leave that. So, but palace watchers know better, right? In palace life, a smile today does not cancel tears tomorrow. Yes. The fact that you are smiling today now does not mean there may not be tears tomorrow. That is why insiders say Ebony's situation has gone from bad to worse, despite these appearances, despite these smiles that you see here and there. Because while restriction tightens on one side, recognition expands on the other side. Meanwhile, Queen Naomi's, special first lady experience, was reportedly nothing short of exceptional. That's the report that came thereafter. Thereafter, okay? Sources say she was warmly received, well hosted, and treated with first-class courtesy by the First Lady. She reportedly met powerful women, including first ladies from some other African countries, including the wife of the vice president, and made several valuable business and relationship connections. I trust Queen Naomi. She's a lovable personality. So I won't be surprised if a lot of exchange of phone numbers, of contacts, they're done, because she's a lovable person, and I'm not surprised, just hearing this right now. So there was no chaos, no rivalry, just elevation for Queen Naomi in that event. And this is the quiet truth the palace is struggling to digest. Queen Naomi does not need to force relevance. Yes, she doesn't do that. Relevance finds her wherever she goes. While some are fighting doors that are closing, others are being guided through doors they did not have to knock on. That is exactly what has happened to Queen Naomi by being invited to that exclusive special Christmas event hosted by no other person than our mother. Okay? And so, as the palace wrestles with envy and unanswered questions, one lesson stands taller than the rest. When destiny favors you, it announces itself in silence. Is that not what is happening right now? When destiny favors you, it announces itself in silence. That is exactly what is happening. Okay? So I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm just happy, knowing that the great lion spent quality time, with Stadenikao and Queen Naomi on the eve of Christmas. The next day, Queen Naomi, is having that swell time, with the First Lady, the mother of our nation. She was saying, hobnobbing, and just having good time with other first ladies from African countries, and even the wife of the vice president. Okay? So, like I always say, destiny is something else. Once you've got destiny favoring you, nothing else, every other thing just follows seamlessly. And I guess that is what is happening to Queen Naomi at this time. So from all of us at Awake Africa TV, we wish you warm Yuletide season greetings. May this season open doors you don't have to force, and place you where your name is spoken with honor. That's my prayer for you this season. Okay? And like we always say, this story is shared for reflection, awareness, and public conversation purposes. Awake Africa TV does not claim absolute facts, but present narrative as they circulate within public and insider spaces. So I'm going to say stay awake, stay discerning, stay blessed, and hopefully I'll see you at the top in 2026. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye-bye.